morning. I gotta get my coffee. I'm getting myself organized here, ready for the day. We're gonna tie everything up, and I'm gonna show you the flow of an in-home party today, and where you would put all of the things that we talked about earlier this week. Okay, so say hey when you get here. If you're watching the replay, say hey. You know. All right. So this is the flow of a party for me. You will find that if you talk to other consultants, that their flow is very different. And some people use party menus. Some people use catalogs. Some people don't use either. Some people do it all digital. Some have paper. It really is up to you. I fell into the strategy with catalogs. See, as soon as I press live, my phone starts blowing up. This is the time of the day, apparently, that my phone starts blowing up. Okay, so I fell into the strategy of catalogs, and I really liked that, and it really worked for me. And I stuck with that for the entire time like all the way up until I stopped doing in-home parties, basically. And so this is one of my catalogs. And to be completely honest with you, this was a party I did last year. A bachelorette party. After I had quit doing in-home parties, I did one bachelorette party, and so I threw this together real quick. I think I would stick with this strategy, though, if I were to go back to doing in-home parties, because basically any phone now can pull up a QR code just with the camera. So you go to your, where's my camera? Your camera function, and then you just hold it up over this QR code, and see that thing at the top there? The link pops up, so I can hit this Safari link, and it's going to pull up the link here for me. And so this goes to my link tree, which if I were going to do this, I have a website now, so I would change that. I don't use my link tree anymore. But basically, this gives you all of the things. So join my mediocre comedy show. That's my VIP group. Browse my catalog. That's the flip book. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram. So those are all the things. So these would be the steps that I would give them at the beginning of the party. So basically, my parties start at 6 p.m. I tell the hostess the party starts at 6. I tell her to tell her friends the party starts at 6. What I really mean when I say that is the party starts at 6:30. So I get there at 6 as well. I say, hey, everybody, how's it going? I hang out, chit chat, grab snacks and drinks if I'm invited, and just hang out and set my stuff up. It takes me about 2 minutes to set my stuff up. And so I can arrive at the exact same time as everybody else. And nobody comes in the door and is like, okay, let's go. It's party time. And so I always have a half hour of fluff. So whatever time it is that you mean the party to start, tell them a half hour early. So I mean my party to start at 6:30. That means I tell everybody to be there at 6. Okay. And so during that time, I actually am registering them in my phone for Square. So I set up invoices at every party. And so I just, customer, set up new invoice, hand it to them. I've got my Square app. Hey girl, can you just fill out this real quick for me? Just pre-registration information. I go to invoices, right? And then I go to create invoice, and then I add a customer, and then I'm going to save this. When I pull up my drafts, I'll have a full party of all those customers in there. And then at the end of the party, when I'm in the ordering room, I can just pull up each customer in there, their address, their phone number. Saved me a ton of. So while they're hanging out, I'm just like, put your info in here real quick, and then hand it back to me when you're done. And then, hey, can you put this in and hand it back to me? So every single person has all their info in there before we're ready to start. 6:30 is about that time. You ready to get started? They all come over to the room, and there's a little bit of housekeeping stuff that I do at the very beginning. I say, all right, let's get this party started. I'm going to pass around a strip of tickets. So I pull off a big long strip of tickets. I'm going to pass this around. Every single item you do on this list, just go ahead and scan this QR code, go down the list and like all of the things, do each of the steps. And then for each of those steps you complete, you'll get a ticket. Honor system, take however many you need. If you add me on Facebook, that. If you add me on Instagram, that's one. All the things, you get a ticket for everything you do. Okay. So take a ticket as they come around. I'm going to give you all one ticket just for being here when the party started. And then usually there's one girl that's like, oh my God, I'm here on time. And I'm like, yeah, girl, congrats, because, you know, she wandered in 20 minutes late, right? So that's another reason that I have that 30-minute fluff time. Okay, so while they're doing that, I'm just getting everything, you know, ripping the tickets up, putting them into my little ticket bag. I got the double-sided ticket, so I take half that, pass it around, the other half goes in my ticket bag, so I don't have to do any like writing names or anything. It's all super, super easy. It's about $10 for a double roll of tickets. Okay, and so they earn tickets throughout the party. And so at the very beginning, I do my I story. I say, hey guys, I just want to introduce myself first because it's a little less awkward to buy dildos from somebody you know. So we go ahead and get started with that. I do my I story. I introduce myself. And I play that game at the very beginning too, right? Hold on, my computer is going to die. So, all right, let's get this party started. We're going to play this game. Take that catalog, set that on top of your head. Draw the biggest, ugliest penis you can draw right there on top of your head. Ha, ha, ha. Here's your penis lipstick. Great. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Jen English. I've been in business now for 9 years. I have 6 kids, so you know that the product work and that I'm not very smart. And so you don't have to be smart to sell vibrators, right? Ha ha, yay. So we're going to get started here with the, go through my whole spiel. And then I start at the very beginning of the catalog. The catalog is actually my guide. So no matter what products have just been released, I always know what to talk about because my catalog shows me what's next. And so you're just going to go through the catalog and talk about the things you have. Here's Coochie. Everybody should have that in their demo. So you talk about that first. If you don't have things on this page, just skip over them. Or you can just be like, I love that lotion. I just don't have it yet to show you guys. I don't have these perfumes yet, but oh my God, they're so great. You know, you can say things about it, but you don't need to say something about every single item, okay? Just the ones that you have. You're going through the pages one at a time. Oh my gosh, I have Rise and Grind in stock. Let me talk to you about that. Or I have Healy water-based CBD lube. Let's talk about that. And you're just going through page by page until you get to this page. This is the page where I stop. And I say, all right, guys, before we get into all of this fun, let's go ahead and take a quick 3-minute break. 3 minutes, real quick. Just run to the bathroom, run to smoke, run to grab a drink, come right back so we can get into the good stuff, okay? When they come back, I don't usually show a whole lot of this. I think during my parties, I did used to show the cuffs. But if you've got any of those you want to talk about, go for it. You know, this might be a good time if somebody's still sitting there. If you have a door swing and they have a door that will hold it, you could put somebody in the door swing and that will lure people back in from the break. Next, we go into the product, the vibrator product. So you talk about the ones in here that you've got available, right? Talk about some of those. Keep on flipping the pages, right? When you get to the end, now you're going to talk about the TLC, Toy Tote Lubricant Cleaner, and the cleanup set. You can talk about lingerie here at the end. And then we come up to this little part right here. Again, this is where I do the ask me about my job. The 8 questions, 8 most commonly asked questions. And then I ask them the questions. Usually it's either on this little part right here where it's notes or where it says wish list. And then I have them take this out and give me that card. And then I do the booking game, okay? And so I forgot to put that into the flow at the very beginning. I told you when we talked about that booking game, you give it to them at the very beginning during your around your introduction. At the middle, you give it that extra booking box, and then at the end, you close up the booking game and go to the ordering room. And so that takes you front to back in this catalog, gets you through all of the things you need to say and do. And as long as you can understand your triggers here in your catalog, you're good to go. And you might even have like this may be my rough draft. It's already got a penis drawn on it. I don't need to throw it away. I could highlight things in here. I could write notes in here. I could, put cues to myself in here because you're just flipping in a catalog along with them. Okay. This is the easiest, like most stress-free, least amount of pressure way that I've found to do a party, especially for newbies, because you've got all of the info right here in front of you and nobody is worried that you don't know anything because you're just flipping through the catalog with them. All right, so that is the party flow. If you have questions on how this works or how you would make this work for you, let me know. But the best thing to do, especially if you've never done in-home parties before, is just go and do it. And if you don't have any hostesses and you can't convince anybody to do it, go ahead and host your own party to get started, okay? We call that a launch party or a relaunch party or a product launch party or whatever the hell you want to call it. A mystery hostess party is great. That means that whoever comes gets entered to win at the end of the party. They win the spot as the hostess. Anybody who buys anything, they become the hostess and get all of the rewards for that party, okay? My prizes at the end of my parties are really simple little things. It's not a big product. It's not a full size. It's usually a koozie or a sample pack or maybe both. But don't go overboard. We're not giving away the farm here. Okay.